Pisces, hello. How are you? This is your November reading, and we're going to go into the energy. We're going to see what message we get for you. If you've got Pisces anywhere in your astrology chart, you may resonate. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for giving the video a thumbs up, because it does help it to reach more people out on YouTube. And we're going to see what we get for you, Pisces. So let's see. Okay, 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords. A situation has ended and you're finally free. New opportunities for happiness will now follow. Put the past behind you. Wow. I tell you, with this energy, right, it's very transformational, because it's a new beginning following an ending, and you, Pisces, have properly killed something here. Excuse my language, but this is like you have killed something off, right? Whether it's a relationship, whether it's something to do with your own inner child, you know, to do with your own issues, whether it's to do with a habit, you know, an addiction, I don't know. But it's like you've literally just killed something off. What do I feel personally? I feel it's something to do with the inner child that you've killed off. I feel it's something to do with a limiting part of the ego that was obstructing you, so that you couldn't just flow in your life. You know, I feel like you've killed off, you know, like a mind pattern, say like a limiting belief or a fear-based thought, or a problem, you know, like when your mind was just, like, the problem hasn't necessarily gone. The problem could still be there, but you've killed off a chunk of the ego so that you don't allow yourself to worry about it anymore. Do you see what I'm trying to say? I feel like that's more what it is. So let's see what fairy energy we get. It's very good, because it frees you, because it's that, whatever thinking pattern you were stuck in, whatever habit you had in your head, that was actually creating more of an obstruction, you know? Because then it was like every time you got into a situation, you would come up with the same problematic fears or the same problematic thoughts, you know, rather than just being able to be neutral and just like live. There was something kept obstructing you, but I feel it was coming from the ego, and I feel like you've just massively killed it off, because you're just so done with it. You're just like, I'm done with like suffering in my head about this, you know, this problem. You're just not gonna allow it the time of day anymore, and you're like, yes, thank you, I'm done. You've got here the fiery sword. So to be honest with you, November, you're just going to be cutthroat with it. I mean, 10 of Swords and the fiery sword, you're killing this now. You're killing it. You're not going to allow your own mind to make you suffer anymore. You know, even if the reality is not actually perfect how you want it to be, you're certainly not going to allow the mind, the ego, to be the obstruction. And you are, because you are now so determined in this, what happens is you end up harnessing spiritual energies that can sense how serious you are, and then they come to support you, you see, and that's what's happening. So you'll notice if you think you're determined now and that you've made a major breakthrough now, just you wait. The next few weeks is going to get stronger, you know. We'll go a bit deeper. You've been working so hard at this. Like, it's been a passion to the point, because it's like you've been so obsessive and passionate to say, do you know what, I'm not going to keep letting this be a problem in my life. I'm not going to keep getting ruled by this issue. And you've been working, and Spirit said, you know, the amount of good energy you've been putting in to try to understand this issue and finally get rid of it, you know, and it's like you're becoming an expert. You are becoming an absolute expert in this situation, in this problem that you had. And what happens in November is massive. Massive. Because the external reality is going to change. It's going to change massively. Look at this, the Tower. Now, most people get scared of the Tower, but you won't be scared of the Tower because you're just ready. You're just so ready, I feel, Pisces, for things to change. Because you've been doing the damn work. You've been doing all the damn work, and it won't faze you. Something in your external reality is going to change in the next few weeks, and it's going to be very noticeable. It's going to be good because there's no way things could carry on the way they were. It had to change, and it's going to change. And you're going to be celebrating. You're going to be celebrating. I mean, there's either going to be a relationship that suddenly improves, or there's going to be just freaking partying going on. I mean, that is a celebration. And it's another 10. So there's an ending to the strife. Something has to change, because if it doesn't change, somebody or something won't be celebrated, and it has to be. It has to happen. It's predestined, right? Let's have a look at your person. Knight of Cups. Your friendships improving, and it's all because of this shift that people start to feel all that work do you know, it's really weird, isn't it? I always think there's like someone said this to me once, there is such a line in the sand, and you can never see where the line in the sand is, but it's there. And then when you finally reach that line and you cross it, everything gets easier. Like addictions fade away, or things change, and it's so hard to feel for where that line is, because everyone's line is different, you know. But it's like November, you are crossing that line. It's like you've been working up to it for so long, and then boom, something shifts and you've crossed that line, and well, you've killed whatever it was that was obstructing you. And the obstructions always come from within. That's where where the root can always be found, and you're just basically removing that obstruction finally, and you're like, yeah, I'm not going to allow my mind to plague me with fears or negative thoughts. I'm just literally going to be in the present moment. I'm just literally going to live my life. You know, I'm just literally going to concentrate on putting good energy into every day. And I feel like a whole chunk of ego dying off. It could be inner child stuff. And you're so supported by spirit with this. It's totally changing you. It's totally changing how you come across to other people as well. And boom, I mean, somebody's right here wanting to spend time with you. And they actually emotionally care about you. And they want to have fun with you too. Let's see what this person's thinking, yeah? Oh my God. Get ready, Pisces. My goodness. I'm going to tell you how I truly feel. Oh dear. Good. Right, now I'm going to use my consciousness deck. Let's see for a message from Spirit. What is Spirit supporting Pisces with in the next few weeks? That's it. That is it. Spot on. You are not the doer. Spirit is the doer. Yeah? And that is why it's time, and you know you've been working on this. That is why you know it's time to finally release this mental block or these obstructive thoughts that you were having, or this fear that you had. And all right, they might still try to pop up, but you're not giving them the time of day. You're just like, no. You know, it's like, you know, a bit like if you're going to take that driving test and you're just freaking out and you just say to yourself one day, do you know what, I'm just not going to even allow my mind to go down that road. I'm just going to go about my day as if this driving test is not even going to be happening. That's what it's like. It's like literally you're cutting it with a sword and you're saying, no, I'm not thinking about that problem anymore. That problem may be there, but I'm not going to think about it. Because why? Because the ego thinks by thinking about things and plaguing us with fears or addictive thinking or whatever it is, overanalyzing, it thinks that it can somehow solve a problem, but it can't. Spirit is the only entity that can solve a problem, because spirit is the doer. Spirit is in control of this whole universe. Source is the only energy that is predestined, that holds all the infinity, all the abundance. And it's like, boom, your spirit guides are helping you in the next few weeks to really embrace. This is why it's all happening for you, because where you've been working on it, you've attracted these really helpful energies, spiritual energies, that are now really pushing you forward with this. You know, that you've got more trust, more faith, yeah? That you know that there's no mileage in thinking about this or fearing this, you know? And then it just starts to die off. It's like a neuro pathway that just starts to die off. And then, you know, an ego entity that starts to die off. And there you are, boom, in the present moment, living your life, your energy's shining out, you know, because your spirit is saying, like, we're taking care of this for you. You don't have to worry. And it's gonna totally transform a relationship or a situation in your life, and you're going to be celebrating. You really are. So that's for November, right? Celebrating, feeling so much better, because something's just going to totally, a relationship or a situation is going to totally start changing in the next few weeks. And you've got somebody here who's emotionally supportive, okay? So that's the message. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for giving the video a thumbs up. And if you want to book in, I do have a, you know, like a reading that is more affordable. It's a voice note. It's only £20, okay? So just contact me if you need to. Peace.